Hot topics. Dumb topics. Fun topics. Real topics the world cares about. This is Hot Topic Radio Show. And now, here are your hosts, Brad Dassey and Kelly Joe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am Kelly Joe over here.
Hi, I'm Brad Dassey.
Good thing we have that guy that reminds us who we are, because we'd probably forget.
I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot who I was last week, because it was just kind of a crummy week, but some things were okay. But anyway, that announcer guy is Jeffrey. He's super cool. I've been dealing with him since 2008.
I'd like to meet him.
I haven't met him. I don't even know what he looks like.
Really?
He just sits in a closet all day and voices things. So, but he delivers. He definitely gives you more than you pay for.
Yeah,
So
I like his voice a lot.
he's a cool guy. Absolutely. He's got this big boomy voice. Oh yeah. His audio reel on his website is super cool. It's very fun. So you'll have to check it out. RadioVoiceImaging.com.
Excellent.
Yeah, check it out. So this is our first show, our first official show, and we're scared.
I am scared because you were talking about that light and going on air and how you get that feeling of nervousness.
Yeah.
I got it.
As soon as we hit the on-air button, and then everything is legit, and we're ready to be on the air, this nervousness happens. Dun, dun, dun!
Oh, wow.
We got to get a sound effect of that. Just have to get one. I was thinking about that the other day.
So was I.
Really?
Yes, really.
The dun, dun, dun!
Or dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We'll work out the kinks, because we don't really know what we're doing here. We're just winging this whole thing. We just like to hear ourselves talk,
I
right?
love my voice.
I love my voice, too. I know. Just like people in their selfies. They love taking pictures of themselves.
Fish lips.
Especially
You see that a lot? Fish lips?
Yeah, and especially in the mirror in the bathroom, too.
Arm extended straight. Phone.
Yeah. And you
tilt
can
the
totally
head,
tell because the
pucker the
shoulder
lips.
gets in the way.
Yeah.
The shoulder, that darn shoulder gets in the way
God,
every
that's a
single
big
time.
selfie stick.
It is. I actually made my own selfie stick, $3.
What'd you make it out of?
A wooden dowel, and then I had some kind of a type of a screw material. So then it would fit right into the end of my camera, and it works. I use it for my GoPro.
How do you snap the picture?
Well, you put it on a timer. And then you hold it up, and then in like 10 seconds, there it is.
You could sell those things.
Yeah, I really could. Well, it's not the most fashionable. I mean, it's just a wooden stick.
You could paint it.
Yeah.
Paint it. Did that come out right?
Yeah, I could. I could put, Packer symbols on it?
Oh, no, that's an infringement.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could get sued.
Yeah.
Even if you paint your own? Well, then what about that fence across from the stadium? They have a big Packer symbol painted right on their fence.
I don't know. I don't even know what to say to that. I have no argument at all.
It was on the news, too, so it was all over the place.
For infringement?
No, not infringement. No, not infringement. It was just like an iconic thing, and everybody was raving about it, like, oh my gosh.
Do you have any
this.
iconic music to go with that?
No, I don't. I don't know. Here, we got this, the Hero music bed. Let's see what this sounds like. Yes! The fence across the stadium of the Packers.
Keep going. I like it.
I don't even know what I'm doing. But there was Leroy Butler staring at the fence.
Keep going. Keep going.
He was eating a Subway sub. Well, add on.
I don't know what to say. He was eating. Oh, wait a minute. Let me change my voice.
He was drinking
He was
a coffee.
Drinking a latte. La la latte.
La la la. Okay, enough of this.
Sorry.
Oh, that was fun though. That was more fun than my incredibly horrible stomach bug I had a couple weeks ago.
You and about 100 other people around me.
Really?
I am so lucky that I haven't caught this thing because
Yeah.
people are out for days.
Well, we better stop talking about it then, because we don't want to jinx you. You better knock on wood immediately.
Is this particle board though?
I don't know.
Oh no, it's wood. I'm kidding.
No, it's real wood.
It's wood.
It is. It's real. It's probably just got a wood finish on the top of it, and then underneath it might be particle.
I don't think it works that way.
You can never tell. You can never tell sometimes, but it's probably
It's wood
real.
like.
I think it's
So you
real.
get half a knock on that.
Half a knock. Well, there's a door over there. There's a wooden door. We know for sure that that's wood. So hopefully you don't get this. But gosh, I don't know what it's like to have a period. But I tell you, this probably would have been it. I had to call into work. And
I'm stunned at that you're even bringing up the fact that it felt like a period. How would a guy know what a
don't know.
period feels like?
I don't know, but I remember a lot of like ex-girlfriends saying, "Oh my God, this pain." It's horrible.
It's stabbing.
It is.
It's stabbing pain.
It was excruciating pain, like somebody shoving an axe in my stomach. Now, the kicker part of it was I had to find somebody to work for me. And all day long, I had to sit here in suspense while I was waiting for all these people to text me back, "No, I can't work, because that's usually what the answer is. Finally, because I had to work at like 4:15. At 3:30, someone contacted me and they're like, "Hey, Brad, yeah, we're figuring it out. We'll get it taken care of." And I'm like, "Oh, thank God. I think my period just went away." Literally, it was terrible. I don't know what it was, but
Did you
gosh.
throw up or anything?
no, I didn't. Thank God. It's my favorite part of the whole being sick thing.
Well, I hope you had enough tampons.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Well, I use those pads. Tampons are just nasty. Not that I know
Wow.
from experience.
No, you don't. And all those women out there would tell you just that.
I'm sure.
Yes.
I've heard from other women that they don't like tampons because they're pretty nasty. But anyway, let's just get off of this subject.
Yes, let's.
So, in other news, I actually moved, and we're going to be getting a new studio. It's going to be awesome.
I was wondering if I could paint the walls.
What would you paint on them?
I would probably probably a nice dark color, because then we could use candles around the studio.
Oh, okay.
And get a good ambiance.
Yeah.
Maybe have an open wall and we can watch movies while we have a show.
Are you trying to ask me out?
No.
Are you trying to set the mood for the Netflix and chill thing?
Yes.
I don't know if I would go for that. I like white and I like bright sometimes.
That'd be my second choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's more cheerful. And it's really... That sets the mood for positivity for me.
I'm dancing right now in my chair. This has got a good beat.
Yeah. It does. It even says yeah. See?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's move on. So I am not fully moved in yet, but I have to tell you, before I even moved like a single thing in the apartment, the manager is kind of an interesting guy. I understand his point, though.
How tall is he?
He's about my height.
How much does he weigh?
He's just a skinny little thing.
What color are his
Probably
eyes?
160.
What color are his eyes?
I have no idea.
Why am I asking you
I
these
haven't
questions?
studied this guy other than he was a complete insulting jerk the first time I met him. I was on I was at work, and he was going to give me the keys, and I said, well, I can't go up and check out the apartment right now. I have to, work. And he's like, no, you're going to take a 5-minute break right now. And I'm like, whoa.
Okay, I'm going to get you in here. Let's get going.
I guess so. I said, well, my boss isn't going to appreciate this. So I told my boss, and he didn't appreciate it, but it already happened. So anyway, he gets up there and he shows me the place, and he's like, we're not going to have any of this. And he's like, bam, slams the front door. And I'm just like, shut the front door. Did you just do that to me? Did you just do that to me? Literally.
How did you react?
I was in shock. I almost crapped my pants, but I'm just like, dude, I'm 33 years old. I'm not 12. Slamming doors, for one, and two, I didn't need a demonstration, for one, because it was an excessive amount of slamming, like boom. So anyway, I got the keys, thank God, and I got the hell out of there.
And now you got to move in there.
Yeah, so I'm almost moved in, but I've saw the guy a couple times, and he's actually been cool. So I don't know if it was just because I had my friend there with me, but we'll see, when I'm there by myself.
All right.
If he's cool.
He doesn't live there, does he?
He lives right next to my apartment.
Oh,
And his daughter lives on the opposite end.
Oh, this is going to be a great topic for our next show.
Yeah. Horrible.
Oh, I can't wait to hear the stories.
Yeah, apartment move-ins.
Oh, it'll probably be fine. You'll be fine.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
As long as you behave,
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll leave you alone.
Well, anyway, what I did to humor him was I got these little felt pads, and I put them on the outside of the door. So when I close the door, it's not even going to make much of a sound. And I told the guy, I said, hey, I'm a very respectful person. I'm not here to be slamming doors and whatever. So I got these felt pads, and I just stuck them on the front of the door. So check this out. And he's like, oh my gosh, I got pads for my door today too. And I'm like, no
it was
way.
a bonding moment. Do you have a song for that? Something that's like,
oh, I don't know. I don't really
like
know.
the moment, or maybe some fireworks bursting or something. That this was a moment between the two of you.
Well, here's this working it bed. I was trying to work it in there to get on his good side, so I think it might have worked. I don't know, but I don't know if I believe his whole bit about getting the felt pads the same day too, because yeah.
Oh yeah, you're standing there and you're rocking your hips going,
I'm like,
check
hey,
out my
man,
pads.
Check out my pads. They're maxi. From my period experience a couple weeks ago.
Stop. Stop.
Okay. So anyway, the most amazing thing about the apartment is that it's right on the river.
Do you have a view?
I have a slamming view.
A slamming view.
No pun intended, but I have a slamming view of the river right in the back. So I'll probably be hanging out by the window a lot, feeling sorry for myself on the cold, rainy days.
Do you have like a yard out there by the river?
No. I mean, yeah, there's a little.
Can you put like a lawn chair out there?
I probably could,
but
you
sun yourself?
It's mainly more of a parking lot than a yard.
Oh, so you'd be sunning yourself in the parking lot?
Yeah, and there's a lot of cars that drive through there.
So you've got a view of the parking lot, then the river?
Yeah, the parking lot is before the river.
So do you have a view when people are parked there?
I do. I got a great view of all the cars that are parked.
And the river beyond?
Yeah. It is cute. You'll get a chance to see it.
All right.
It is a nice place. I'm starting to feel like home as soon as I put my DVD collection together and started moving my things in. So
moving is probably the worst thing ever in life.
It is. It absolutely is.
It's next to death.
At
losing a family member and moving.
Yeah, I had a couple friends helping me, so that was great. So, yeah, but I don't recommend it to anybody.
I can't imagine having that as a job. Being a mover.
Yeah, what is
Especially-
that? 2 men in a truck?
Yeah.
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 They help people move. I wonder if they actually move like everything
It
or
is
just like
nice.
heavy stuff.
It is nice as a woman to watch a man sweat when he's carrying your items into the truck.
Yeah. And then you can see those flexing
Oh,
muscles.
yes.
Oh my
And
gosh.
the sweat gleaming off of the shoulder and
Yeah.
above the brow and
Well, I wouldn't be looking at guys, so I'd probably look at China.
Do you
from
want me to give you any
wrestling.
drink? I can go and get some water.
Yeah. And then he
got
just pours
plenty
it
of
all over his
water.
chest. And then that just completes your day right
It
there.
does. It does.
It does.
Oh, can you move that a little to the left?
No, I can't. That'll be an extra $20.
Here's 50.
Okay, man, what else do you want me to do? Oh, yeah. I tell you. I don't know. I don't enjoy moving, but I think once I'm all in there, it'll be great. It really will. And the new studio, it's going to be phenomenal.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Can you take some pictures and send them to me?
I will. Absolutely.
That'd be great.
I can give you the grand tour.
Can we get a big poster that says hot topics? Like is there a doorway?
There is.
We could say entrance to hot topics,
Yes.
hot room, or
I love
or
the way you
something
think.
like that.
Great minds
Maybe
think alike.
some flashing lights and a big disco ball.
I am
and
going to have some blue rope lights.
some chimes, so when we walk through the door, it's like the studio knows we're here.
Yes.
We're here.
Yes. That'll be spirit-filled galore. That'll be awesome. Mm-hmm. We'll have to get some, what is that, the Disco Girls? Or
Disco-
It's Raining Man
That would be perfect.
for the disco ball. Yeah, that would be super cool.
I can wear my bell bottoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to have some women, though, because I'm not into dudes.
I'll give you posters.
Okay, perfect.
You can put some of those up, but they can't be naked.
No, we'll keep it
I
G-rated.
know what we can do. We can make a mobile and put the little women on the mobile, and then
sure.
they can just, the wind will go by and they'll spin around, and you know, we'll have the front and the back side for the pictures of the mobile.
I love that idea right away. We definitely got to get that happening today.
No, not today. I have to cut hair today.
You get me all excited about something, and then we can't even get it done.
I'm sorry.
Get out.
Aw.
I'm just kidding.
Aw.
I'm kidding. We can wait. Patience is a virtue, or whatever they call it.
That is what it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patience.
Patience.
Patience is a virtue.
Yeah. Well, you'll be painting the walls, right? Patience.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good one. Good comeback.
Absolutely. All right. Well, so yeah, that's going to be great. I can't wait. I hope the manager will keep us cool. Maybe I'll just invite him over for a beer or two sometimes and be like, "Hey man, come on over."
He'll say, I'm a recovering alcoholic. Oh, I didn't tell you about that time I went to Phoenix with my friend Greg. He's kind of like one of those people that a shiny object will make him go in the other direction. You know, you could be having a conversation with him and he'd be going,
Like
squirrel!
attention
you know,
deficit
and look the other
disorder.
way. Yes.
I have that.
So, where was I going with the story now? You messed me up.
I don't know, but that's true ADD
Oh,
right
it
there.
was going to be so funny, too. When I remember, I'm just going to blurt it out. But right now, I just totally lost my train of thought.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's
not your fault. It's me.
Yeah. Well,
Did you
you'll
hear
remember.
that guy in the background just go, yeah,
Yeah, I did.
right when you said that?
Yeah, absolutely. So enough about my week and weekends and whatever and the
It's
whole.
all about you. Me,
It
me,
is.
me.
I am a narcissist. Did I tell you this?
No,
Okay, well, it is about me. This is my show.
that's true.
Well, this is our show. It's not just mine. Anyway, so tell me about this acting class. I know you said a couple weeks ago that you were into the acting thing.
Well,
How's that been going?
I did my third class Thursday night. Well, first I decided after I got out of work I was going to take a nap. So I laid down and I set the alarm and I woke up and it was like 20 minutes to the hour that I had to be there. So I had to be there in 20 minutes, which is on the south side of Neenah. So, you know how it is when you wake up, when you realize you're going to be late for something, how
Yeah.
your body just reacts to it?
Right.
Well, that was me driving down the highway. I felt like I was drunk. So I get there and I've got to do this monologue in front of all these people. I open the door and she's sitting there by herself. 6 people, and I was the only one that showed up on time, and we ended up with only 3.
And how
So-
long did it take for the other people to show up then?
Within 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Not long, but it was just really kind of bizarre. It was like the whole class abandoned her. But the monologue is,
At least they paid for it.
yeah,
Because you got to pay for it in advance, so if you don't show up, I mean...
It's your loss.
It's your loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had some good excuses, so we'll let them go.
Yeah, they had a stomach bug. The period.
Oh, it's all about you again, isn't it, Brad? Back to you. It just seems to keep circling back to Brad, everybody.
Oh, look, a squirrel.
Good one. So the idea was everybody had to come with the monologue. She actually had sent them via email and said, read through this, get your interpretation, study, the monologue, find it on YouTube, et cetera, et cetera.
Did everyone get the same one or different?
No, everybody got something different, and everybody got a different type of emotion. There was a comedy monologue. There's a romantic drama from, I can't think of the name. I was going to say Letters in the Yard. I have no idea what that movie would be, but
Yeah.
anyway, then mine is from Fried Green Tomatoes. There's a
gosh.
scene. Yeah,
I love
and
that movie.
I haven't seen it for years.
I
years.
haven't either, but that was my
But it makes
grandmother's
me want to
favorite
see
movie.
it again, you
Yes.
know? So the scene that I had is basically, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because I'd be talking forever because I do like to talk. So
This is only about
it's
me,
not,
so...
no, yeah, that's right. So you're going to cut me off at the knees if I talk too long, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the scene is basically she's talking to her best friend, and she's a beaten down woman. She's already had the fear of losing her baby, and this man that beats her. I think it's her husband, and she's talking about leaving, and she's kind of
Leaving
hinting.
on a jet plane?
No, Brad.
She's talking about leaving him, like the relationship?
like leaving,
or-
leaving the relationship. It's down south, it's
Yeah.
a deep south. So, so I'm using this southern voice. I don't know if I'm doing it right. I think I am.
Try to do it right now.
Well, what? Wait, no, that wouldn't be it. Well, what would I say? I guess
Yeah.
I'll do
More
it.
of a southern accent.
Yeah, and I do it better than I'm doing it right now. Honest,
Well, that was
but,
better than I can do.
Well, I don't know.
Ladies
Maybe
and
we should just
gentlemen.
talk like this forever.
Yeah, let's just
in the
talk
rest
like
of the
this.
show.
Yeah. Come on into my trailer home.
Oh, you sound like an 80-year-old church-going woman.
Yeah, my name is Gretchen. I'm a hip old granny.
Wow,
Bebop
Brad.
till you drop.
That's your next match on Match.com.
It is. Yeah. I just need to find the perfect picture now.
We'll put that on the mobile, I should
We
say.
will be talking about that in one of our shows about horrible dating experiences.
Oh, I can't wait for that
Oh
one.
my gosh, that's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
I can be Gretchen the
Fleet
whole
Farm,
time.
here I come.
Yes.
I'm not kidding.
So, what was the outcome of this? You were talking in a southern accent, and you had to talk that way the whole time. Then I'm assuming.
Yes, through the whole monologue.
Did everybody have to talk like that?
No, this was just this particular character. I just thought it was appropriate.
Yeah.
I thought it was appropriate to
Right.
to have the southern accent. That was probably the one thing that I kind of shared with the movie. The way they did that scene was was her accent. But I'm being told that I need to kind of have like ebbs and flows
Yeah.
into the emotion of this, so I have to kind of step it up the next time I go in. So hopefully I'll have it memorized. I'd like to be able to. It makes emitting emotion
So you're supposed to
by
memorize the
doing
entire
it.
thing?
No, you don't have to.
Oh, you don't have
but
to.
it's much more helpful to do that.
Right. That's great. So how much can you memorize then?
Me personally,
Yeah.
I'm not. Honestly, I'm not a good.
You forgot already.
Well, this one won't be so bad because I can relate to it, I guess.
Okay.
When I saw the scene, it was a very emotional scene, but
Yeah.
we'll
Absolutely.
see. It's practice. But honestly, I don't want to be an actress. I don't want my face out there. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Because I know, like, when I talked to you about maybe doing that documentary, that Wisconsin documentary, I don't have to be on camera if I don't want to be.
No, you don't.
It can be about everybody else that's getting
Super
interviewed.
Wayne's World close-up.
Right up the nose.
Close-up.
Right up the nose.
Yes. Right up the nose hairs. Well, I wish you success with that, as long as you're having fun with it, right?
I haven't started that. Oh, the acting thing?
The acting thing, yeah.
Yeah. It is fun. It is
That's
fun.
great. Awesome.
And it's nice to meet new people.
It is. I always like meeting new people. And then they run for the hills after 2 minutes of finding out that I'm crazy.
No, you're narcissist, remember?
I know. Everything's about me. But all right, well, let's jump right into the show. This is a pretty important topic, I think. And there's a huge diverse response of positivity and some negativity as well. But, I think it's a well-rounded topic. At what age should a child have a cell phone and why? First of all, let's ask you, Kelly, what do you think?
I would probably say that I would have to ask the question is, what is the phone for? Is it going to be surfing? Is it going to be for emergency purposes? And I think it depends on where you live as to why a child would need a phone.
Right.
Like if you're in an inner city, I would almost think that it would be more helpful for a younger child
Yeah.
to have a phone for safety reasons.
Right.
Or living in Wisconsin, I don't think it's necessary. I think it's a responsibility of the parents to determine that right choice, not just because the child says everybody else wants one.
Yeah.
So I would say like 8 years old for a big city and maybe 12
For like
for
country-ish area.
countryish area.
Yeah. Well,
That's my initial
that's
thought
pretty
about
detailed. I never even thought about it that way, like with the big city and the country. But my take on it is, they have these little kid phones or these little watches or whatever that you can actually call your mom or whoever. You can only call a certain select amount of people. So you can't just call anyone you want or do whatever you want. I've seen these types of, I think it's a watch, I believe, and then it just dials in. I think it works off of satellites, and you pre-program the numbers into the watch first.
it. Okay.
And I saw this like a couple years ago, so I don't know for sure if
So the phone shuts off?
No, it doesn't shut off. It just sends a signal out through the satellites and then calls, whoever is programmed into the watch. And you can actually hear it. So I think something like that would be perfect, because these kids don't need games. These kids don't need the iPhone. They don't need all this fancy dancy stuff, because they're probably going to be distracted at school, popping out their games and whatever, and
Right.
Facebook for sure.
Sexting?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big one right there. I mean, you hear about it on the news all the time, all these teenagers sending all these inappropriate pictures to each other and whatever. And the world has just become some huge sex-crazed, freaky world. And that's all it is. Same in the media with the music and TV shows and everything.
Right.
So it's easy to just hop on any old website. I mean, it's a touchy subject. Everybody has their own opinion, but in my opinion, I think, around age 10, a very, very, very basic phone, a dumb phone, not even a smartphone, but a dumb phone.
Right.
Like the old style flip phones, or
This is the phone you get, my child.
Motorola Razr, those.
That is, I never thought about it that way. That's actually a good way to look at it. It doesn't have to be a smartphone.
Doesn't have to be
It can
a
be
smartphone.
a phone, just a phone.
And it could have special features where you can't just make a call to anybody either. You can only, your mom or dad or your guardian, if you live with your aunt, they can pre-program some numbers in there, to have it so, if in case you have an emergency, then there's Aunt Sue right there.
You say aunt. I say aunt.
And we'll have we'll talk about that on another show too.
Okay.
About the way that we say words.
Oh, that's great.
We will.
I like that because I know, yeah.
They say rubbish in the UK for garbage, but this is a whole new topic. I know we could go on forever. Literally. But, so I think at age 10, a dumb phone would be ideal because then this way, and they don't even need the internet. They don't even need the internet.
Right, they can come home for that.
Talking and texting, and that's it. And then they got to press the number 3 a couple times to get the D, and
Right. Make them work for it.
Yeah, make them work for it purposely, because then that will hopefully frustrate them all the more to not even want to use it at all, even in school. So that would be perfect. But anyhow, let's take some calls.
Let's.
Yeah. We got Craig from Pontiac, Michigan. Let's see what Craig says about this topic. At what age should a child have a cell phone and why?
I think it all depends on the maturity of the child, the need to stay in contact with that child if both parents are working and the child has to come home by themselves. But otherwise, maybe 12 might be an appropriate age. Okay, thank you.
There you go.
Him and I think alike.
I know. Great minds definitely think alike for sure.
That kind of echoes what we've already kind of discussed. It does. He thinks about it at, every child develops at different ages, I should say. But
yeah,
mature enough to have a phone and be responsible.
And if you're alone too, for sure. If you don't have a brother or sister or anything like that, then it's definitely ideal to have one.
Right.
Because they say you should travel in groups. That's a lot of the kidnappers out there.
Like lemmings?
Yeah, that's right. Or what, sloths?
Yes.
Sloth.
Herding cats?
Yeah, that's right.
Have you ever tried to herd cats?
No.
It is so much fun.
Is it really?
Oh, it's awesome.
Herding cats like herding cows?
No.
At first I thought you said
completely different.
I thought you said hurt a cat.
No, never heard a cat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I've never hurt a cat, but heard, like I heard around the world. All right, let's take another call.
Hi, my name is Gerald. I'm calling from California, and I would like to talk about the topic, a little bit of word about kids having cell phones. I don't believe that children should have cell phones until they get around 12 or 13 years old, unless it's mandatory because the parents work and they need to stay in touch with the kids. But cell phones, just cell phones without text, messaging, and things like that, that's where kids get in trouble and take pictures that they shouldn't. I don't believe that they're mature enough to handle it. However, some children are more mature beyond their age, and so maybe we could say it would go from case-to-case scenario, but generally kids are too young and immature to handle that type of responsibility or privilege.
Absolutely, Gerald. I totally agree with you. And there's another 12, 13?
12's again. That's what I'm saying. So far it's
about the average age. Yeah.
6th grade that would be, right? Yeah.
I think so.
6th.
Yeah. Because another scenario too is everybody's thinking, okay, well, there's so much going on in the world. Everybody has a cell phone. If your kid doesn't have one, someone next to them or around them is going to have one.
That's exactly right.
For emergency reasons. Just like the landline phones. Hey,
that's when I grew up, we didn't have cell phones because I'm older than you are. That's kind of obvious by the look on my face, right?
Well, you look pretty young. I thought you were in your 30s.
Woohoo! No, not even close.
I was going to ask you for your phone number.
Ain't happening, Brad.
Oh, I already have it.
Ain't happening.
I already have it.
We ended up having to do things like play kick the can or,
Ghost in the graveyard.
Ghost in the graveyard.
Tag.
Snowmobiling.
Hide and go seek.
Going swimming, doing all those things to fill the day. And if we walked into the house, it's like, get back outside.
Yeah.
We're here to smoke cigarettes and, drink coffee. Now go outside so we can talk.
Right?
Yes. That's what I remember growing up with.
Absolutely.
Pretending to be animals.
Yeah.
Farm animals.
Right? Crawling around
Not
on
at
the
12,
grass.
though. Not at 12, though. It was
The
more
grass
like
stains
5.
on the jeans, and then your mom's like, oh my God. She gets all crazy about the grass stains on the jeans.
No cell phones.
No.
I do remember the cell phones, the big, clunky ones.
Yes. I do.
So how do you stick that in your back pocket?
I don't know.
Did they have chain? They didn't have
had
chain. They
antennas.
just carried. Yeah, big, long antennas.
Yes, they did.
How did they carry them? I don't remember. I never had one of those, so I
my
can't even.
gosh.
It's like the boom boxes. They
had
had
to bring a man
sling
purse.
them over their shoulder.
You had to bring a man purse, and then the women
A
carried...
merce.
Yeah, a merce.
It's a merce.
Yes.
Or is it what do they call it in Europe? There's a name for a man. No, I forget what it's called. There's a name for it,
I
though.
have no idea. A merce? Where does a merce come from?
It's a male purse.
It's a male
merce.
purse. It's a man bag.
Oh, that didn't sound right.
It's a manly bag. Don't even go there. Yeah, punching bag.
Yeah.
All right, let's take another call. We got Pete from Two Rivers.
Hello,
Well,
Pete.
I'm up there in age, not the highest, not the lowest, but my thing back then, if it was me, I'd like to have kids have cell phones at the age of probably anywhere from 16 to 18. Just want to get a part-time job, so then this way, in my view, at that point of their life, they can pay for their own bills, but own cell phone bill, I mean. But that's the take on that. But the new generation today, I would say 7, 8. I don't know. To me, that's kind of young, for my opinion, because in some cases, the kids at that time might not, if they're into games and stuff. I'm not saying that they're going to do something wrong with the phones, but to me, I think they're kind of young. But that's just my opinion. But I would say probably between, at least if I had to go down a little bit, I would say 15, 16, 17, something like that. But that's my opinion on that. Well, you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you again.
All right, Pete. Well, thank you for your input. I do like his idea of the kid or, the teenager having to pay for their own phone.
I absolutely agree with that. And I really liked his take on it because he actually, did you notice the difference in age?
Yeah, absolutely.
Big difference.
Huge.
So it's almost like the parents that are saying the younger age, you would assume that they're going to be paying for those phones.
Right.
And then...
And the overages. Oh, my
gosh. Exactly, the overages.
Oh, Dad, I accidentally went over the internet plan by 5 times the amount. What? Oh, my gosh. I used to work for a phone company, and this one guy called, and his kid went over the plan by like 6, 7 times the amount. The bill was $1,200. Literally. And the guy tried saying he accidentally...
In 1 month?
Yeah, in 1 month. $1,200. He said that his kid accidentally opened the internet. But all of that data usage, there's no way you can accidentally open the internet for like 2 seconds and then use up X amount of data and then have a $1,200 bill.
I would believe that for about nothing second.
No, I'd have to be drunk
0
first.
seconds. Drunk first.
And then when I came to and became sober, then I probably would be like, dude, you're a crackpot. So anyway, we gave him like $300 or $400 off his bill, and it still wasn't even good enough. It still wasn't.
Oh, that's...
Yeah. So
Pay up.
ungrateful people like that, I can't stand them. So I told the guy, I said, hey, you're either going to take the $400 or we're just going to give you nothing. oh, okay, fine, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
It shut him right up. But literally, yeah.
He didn't really say blah, 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 though, did he?
Yeah, he was like, blah, 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 blah. The whole time, it got really annoying. I'm just like, let's get off this call already. You're using up your minutes.
Right.
No, it was actually free minutes calling in. But no, that's another thing. That's another downfall of letting a child have a cell phone at a young age, because if you're on a shared plan, especially the shared data plans, your child can go way over the internet. Unless there's a data cap set. You want to have a data cap.
Somewhere over the internet.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's another thing to watch out for, because those overages are a major killer. $1,200. No thank you. No thank you. That's why I'm glad that my kids are still young yet, but they're probably not going to have a cell phone anytime soon. That's for sure. Yeah. So, let's take another call.
Hey, it is Chip, New York City. Yeah, right. So, here's my thought. I think kids and cell phones can be a positive, but I do believe that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and even 11 or 12 can be a little bit early. Remember, it's about connecting. So sometimes when we put gadgets or electronic hands of kids, they spend less time communicating and learning how to learn from other adults by speaking and understanding. And I think sometimes we can get too much into technology, not enough into spirit, who we are on the inside. So I would be a big fan of your junior and senior year having a cell phone as you graduate from one part of your life into a collegiate part of your life or to the workforce. So I'm a big fan that around the age of 16, 17 is a great time to have a smartphone to help the kids transition during that time. So I certainly hope that works well for you. Look forward to hearing back from you.
Well, thank you for your input. Chip from New York.
I think it was Kip.
Oh, Kip. It sounded like Chip.
Sorry, Kip.
That's another thing with phones, too. You can't even understand half the time. B's sound like P's and H's sound like whatever else. That's why you got to spell out the words. Spell them out.
Try being a ventriloquist.
Oh, yeah. I'll be a mime instead.
Can you talk like that?
I can talk like a mime.
No, like a ventriloquist.
I'm not very good at it.
You don't have to who you're off.
You don't have to hold your lip like this.
You could smile.
Yeah.
See? I see it on your screen. Kip. K-I-P-P.
Yes, you do. You're very observant.
I love you, New York.
New York. He must have been outside because I heard a loud screech of like some subway or something.
He's probably in the tunnels.
Yeah. Deep in the tunnels. Oh, absolutely. Oh, let's go ahead and take another call.
My name is Ernest. I've all been in Georgia. And I'm just calling in response to the question that was posed about should children be allowed to have a cell phone. I think that was the topic and everything. And in my opinion, just to be humble about it, I think so. I think children should be allowed to have cell phones. For the simple reason, cell phones, they could be very valuable in the advent of an emergency or any kind of medical, or even it might be a sake of life or death situation. Any of the number of reasons they wouldn't have to get in contact with the parents or someone in authority at in a very, very hot topic situation. So in my opinion, we got a lot of us old schoolers that come from the old school. In other words, that we didn't have the opportunity. Matter of fact, there were no cell phones when I was growing up, so that wasn't a need. And
that's
even
what
if
I'm talking about.
Need, in which I do feel that we did have a need for them, even in my day. But the technology was not available. So it's easy for us to say that what the kids shouldn't have to have today. And I think that's a little bit closed-minded. So, yes, I feel that children should have cell phones, but they should also at the same time and on the same token be be taught how to use the cell phone and when to use them and when not to use them. As far as the school systems are concerned, I feel we should teach them that would be a certain time when we would not be allowed to use them in a school situation. And driving of vehicles, those that are old enough to drive, but not to use their cell phone while driving. But other than that, yes, I feel, this is Mitty Man also. Everybody know me on the net as Mitty Man. I feel that there's nothing wrong with the children having cell phones if they are taught the proper way to use them. So with that being said, I hope, Brad, this helps you very much. So we can have a good day, and peace, and may God bless you.
And Ernest, I really liked what he had to say.
Yeah.
He really put a lot of thought into that.
He did. And I like how he plugged out our show, Hot Topics Situation.
Right. And I don't think he meant to do that.
No,
but
I don't
thank
think he
you.
did. Yeah. Absolutely. Emergency situations. But like we were talking about earlier, if your kid doesn't have a cell phone, I mean, if they're walking down the street like walking to school and they need somebody, I mean, I used to go to the McGruff houses. If I needed an emergency or if I got into an emergency situation, I would just look for those little yellow signs with the McGruff house, on them. And I always used to run.
Don't think I ever knew that.
Yeah, I always used to run to this elderly lady because there was a time or two that these kids were bullying me on my way home from school. And this nice old lady, she was just the nicest ever. Oh, come on in, blah, blah, blah. And we just kind of became friends and we just kind of talked and yeah. So I think they should really have more of those. I mean, I think you should, have to go through background checks in order to have the McGruff thing. But that was my emergency type situations if something happened and I had to run to like a house or something.
Do they do that still?
I don't really know. Because the McGruff house that I used to go to, I've traveled back to my old area. I don't see the McGruff sign in the window anymore.
So they probably moved. Or they're just like, oh, I'm getting too old for this. That's probably true, too.
It could be. I don't know. But that was a nice time. That really was not the situation, but just connecting with somebody that I could trust on so many different levels. Like, I didn't need a cell phone. I didn't need to hop on the internet and while I'm in trouble.
Right.
So yeah, I think in certain situations, it could go both ways. It depends on the actual parents. And we have a couple more calls, so let's go to the next caller.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Arwen from Monument, Colorado. At what age should a kid have a cell phone? Well, when I was 17 years old, I had a job working in an ice cream shop. And I remember it was a very late night that I was working, and my car died, and it was snowy out, and I didn't have a cell phone. And it would have came in very handy to have one. I would have been able to get a hold of somebody a lot quicker to come help me. It was very, very late at night, like probably around midnight, but I got stuck out there in the cold with a dead car, which is kind of a dangerous situation for a 17-year-old. So I'd say, once a kid has a job and a car, I think that's probably a good time for them to also have a cell phone. Prior to that, parents, if kids' friends always have a cell phone, I don't think it's necessary before that. So yeah, I guess that's my opinion. I think when it's absolutely necessary is, when your kid has a job and a car and, it's kind of a dangerous situation maybe not to have one. So, yeah. Thanks for listening. Ciao.
All right. Well, thank you, Arwen. That's kind of along the lines that, Pete was saying. When they're old enough to probably pay for their own phones, too.
Exactly.
And you have a car, and you can get around on your own.
Right.
I think that's definitely very logical.
I think it is, too. I think she really hit the nail on the head with that one.
Yeah. What did we do back then when we didn't have cell phones? I remember my very first cell phone. I think I was about 15 or 16. It was a green Nokia phone. And my dad had got it for me. And it was like the coolest ever. But it didn't have like a fancy screen or nothing like that. I don't even think you could text on it. I don't know. It was old. But it was nice.
So what year would that have been?
Gosh. You're going to make me do math now?
Yes. I hate math, so maybe you can do it.
I do too. I do. I'd have to pull up my calculator here.
Are you kidding me?
So it's 2017 now.
Yes.
So, well, here, I'll just do 33 minus, I think I was about 16.
Okay, so 17
about 17 years.
So like the year 2000.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Right. So, and it was nice. I don't think I paid the bill either. I think my parents were in charge of it. I had my first job when I was 15 though, but I don't know. I think it was some kind of a shared plan. And so, I didn't have to worry about the bill.
That's good. Well, at that age,
yeah,
it's harder to get money.
It is,
unless you work.
Right,
to get the things you want.
Mm-hmm.
Like cell phones and cars and clothes and whatever else.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bentleys.
Like Bentleys,
Mercedes.
yeah. Because there's a lot of those running around.
There is. Yeah.
In Wisconsin.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we're running out of time here, so we'll take one more call. We got Amber from North Richland Hills, Texas. Let's see what she has to say about it.
I think appropriate age to use a cell phone would be 20 years old because as a teenager, you're not mature and you really don't know who the people are, and I think 20 years old is appropriate age because teens like 13 or 14 or 15 is not appropriate age, but I really think 20 years old is very appropriate age because you're more mature, you learn more things, and you know more right from wrong. So I really think 20 years old is a very good age.
Brad, let me just say something here right now.
Yeah.
Amber,
go ahead.
Amber, I was very surprised by this response because unless you want to change the law, 18 is generally considered an adult.
It is.
So how do you stop the 18 to 20-year-olds from getting a cell phone?
Right.
And I'm sure she didn't mean it that way. I'm sure she meant what makes it appropriate. Just left it at that.
And once you get older, you're more mature about things.
But
I think 20 is really out there.
Yes, I'm sorry, Amber, but I have to disagree.
Yeah, I think 20 is too high. But, there's really no right or wrong answer to this. It's just a well-rounded discussion, so then everybody can get what they get out of it. And they might have different opinions. And then they might learn something like, oh, I never thought of it that way. So that's really what the show is all about, like a well-rounded discussion. But I really do think 20 years old is too high of an age to start to have a cell phone. Because, like you said, at age 18, you're moving out. Hopefully.
You better be capable of take care of yourself at 18, because some parents say 18 and you're out. You got to figure it out.
Oh my gosh, I know.
So
those are scary times. But hey, it's a motivational time too.
Yeah, definitely.
Because some people stay at home forever. I mean, until they're like 40 years old sometimes. I've had some friends like that.
That stayed with their parents?
Yeah, living in mommy's basement. Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
It's okay if you have to move back home, but consecutively all those years and just kind of mooching off a mom, you need to get out. You need to get on your own. You need to start your own life.
Get a date.
Experience real life. Yeah. Just go for Gretchen on Match.
Yeah.
Gretchen on Match.com, I think, is available. Yeah, I am available.
That was kind of sexy, Brian.
I don't have a picture yet, but I don't have a cell phone to take one, so I'll have to ask my grandkids. Absolutely. I think this was a really good topic. I absolutely do. I really appreciate everybody that called in to share their views.
I appreciate the fact that we were able to get such a well-rounded group of people that had different views.
Absolutely. And I'll just let you know that the new phone number to call in next time when we have a different topic is 715-600-0980. And that's 715-600-0980. So it's all pre-recorded, so you don't have to worry about anybody picking up. I'm not going to be answering the phones. So you can actually feel comfortable leaving your message, because if you start over, if you mess up, you can start over, just like I just did now. No pun intended, really. I really did mess up, but literally we can edit out the calls and make you sound like a rock star. So no pressure, but responses from the audience out there is really amazing, because we really want to know what you think. And that's the whole purpose of the show too, not just so we can talk about myself and my narcissism and the whole time.
I'm not arguing.
Yeah. It's about me. It's all about me, everything. What are you going to get me for lunch?
I'm going to, get you for lunch?
Yeah. I'm broke.
Oh. I had a banana, but I ate it already.
Did you?
So I have mints.
Why do you have to torture me like that?
Mints?
They're not thin mints.
No, they're not thin mints.
Yeah. Well, those thin mints, I think they're overrated.
Oh, they're good.
I know they're good. They really are.
I like the I don't remember the name of them, but the ones with coconut and caramel.
Yeah.
Oh, those are my favorite.
Oh, I love it. Definitely.
You are hungry, aren't you?
I am hungry. We shouldn't be talking about food right now.
Anybody want to add to their recording, get us some good recipes out there.
Yes.
We can maybe try them out on the air.
We could. Yeah, just go to hottopicradioshow.com and then click on contact and then send us your recipes. Or you can do it on Facebook too. Just go under Hot Topic Radio Show. And also, as always, youtube.com/Hot Topic Radio Show, just so you know. If you want to tell your friends about the show, let's get the world behind this show. Let's get this thing going. It's going to be hot
topics.
Yes. And if you have a topic that we should talk about, definitely let us know.
I would love that.
And keep it appropriate too, because we're not going to do any type of inappropriateness. I've had one caller already talk about some inappropriate crap out there. We're not even going to give you the time of day, so trust me.
Won't entertain the idea.
No, we won't. Absolutely not. I'm giving it more attention than it deserves even right now. Literally, yes. So, just so you know.
Oh, for anybody out there that has a birthday.
Yeah.
I'm going to sing you a quick birthday song.
Right now?
Real quick.
Okay, this will be a perfect ending.
Ready?
So we've got about a minute left.
Okay, it won't take that long.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a quick version for anybody out there that wants to sing the birthday song. Ready? Here we go.
Yes, I'm ready.
This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Hey!
That's it?
I said it wasn't very long.
No, it's not. It wasn't very long. Was that 10 seconds flat?
See?
I think so.
It's a great song, isn't it?
It is. Well, Kelly, it was great working with you.
It was great working with you, Brad.
Absolutely. Yep. And those kids, I don't think they should have cell phones. No. But you make your own choices. So until next time, thanks for listening.
Bye, everybody.
This has been Hot Topic Radio Show, an online radio show via YouTube. Voice your opinion on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Hot Topic Radio Show. And join the discussion on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Hot Topic Radio Show. Have a topic we should talk about? Tell us about it at hottopicradioshow.com. Until next time, thanks for listening.